welcome back to Auntie Nell's Kitchen, and to my new subscribers, because I do have some. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the family. Yes, today I'm feeling my country girl that is coming out. I had a great night. I'm having a good morning. Thank you, Jesus. I'm having a really good morning. And so today, we're going to be making some country steak and biscuits, okay? I mean country fried steak and biscuits. I don't mean, country steak, that you're going to be using some A1 steak sauce, okay? I mean some country fried steak. Some people call it chicken fried steaks, but we're going to be making that with some good old grandmama country white gravy, all right? With some pepper in it, and we're going to just get down to the nitty gritty like grandmama, all right? With some biscuits. So, how we came about this recipe today, my husband wanted some biscuits, and we're going to have some cute steak for dinner. So I said, why not take a couple of those and make some country fried steak and biscuits and gravy, all right? So give Auntie a moment, and we're going to do a flip and a swip, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are about to get started, but Auntie, I'm not drinking my coffee this morning, believe it or not. Yes, I'm not having my coffee. I'm going to have me some chai tea. So I got to get my tea together. This is my chai. I love my tea, and I love my coffee. And this is my favorite chai. I love Tazo. I love Tazo, Twinings, and my tea that I order. Add me a little cream. Let me get my Splenda. Gotta add my Splenda to the tea. Yeah, I gotta add me a couple of teaspoons of Splenda. Don't judge me. Yep. All right, I'm good. I'm in business now. I can get started. Yes, mother is good. I add whipped cream to all my morning drinks. Like I said, don't judge me. We are good to go now. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we got some cube steaks. Now I got these from Sam's. As you can see, they're huge. They're like dinosaur-like. So I think I like about them. They already like pressed out, so I don't have to beat them like they're my enemy. So it's what I've taken. So I'm not making that many. I'm only going to make 4. And so what I've done, I've taken the smallest, and I'm going to cut them and fry them. Okay. So we got our cube steaks. Like so, I'm going to cut them. I have my cast iron skillet, which is the best for frying up some good country stuff, country cooking. Get your cast iron, family. Get your cast iron. I have I already got my pan grease for my biscuits. And we're going to start on these biscuits first, okay? So I have 2 cups of self-rising flour, white lily. That's my go-to for my biscuits, white lily. So I'm going to go ahead and sift this. This is the electric sifter. My hubby got it for me. I found it on Amazon. I showed it to you. I'm telling you, you got some issues with your hands, arthritis, neuropathy, get one of these. That crank thing, it got to the point I couldn't use that. So this, I saw this on Amazon and showed it to him. And I love it, love it, love it. It has been a saver for me. That's all that baby's done. Okay, now let me get our shortening. Your shortening has to be cold. You need 8 tablespoons of shortening. Some people still use lard. If you want to use lard, you can. I don't use lard. And you're going to need 3/4 cups of cold buttermilk. You got to get that buttermilk now. We're making some buttermilk biscuits. We're not playing around today. Now, for my little beginner cooks, my personal opinion about buying shortening, I would suggest you buy the blocks like this. It's so much easier to measure than buying that can of shortening. get the blocks. It's so much easier. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get my blocks because they're nice and cold. You see, I can pick them up and they're not flimsy. And I already sliced them all up. So I'm going to throw these in here. And I'm going to, no, I don't use a dough cutter. I don't have to. But I'm going to go ahead and get my oven on 400. I'm starting to really get used to this new stove, family. And so you're going to crumble this, shorten it up. And that's why your shortening must be cold. Now, let's go over these ingredients for the, you know, my recipe for my buttermilk biscuits is in a previous video. But because this is being combined with this country fried steak and gravy, so we're going to go over this again, okay? We're going to have 2 cups of self-rising white lily flour, 3/4 cups of cold buttermilk, and 8 tablespoons of cold vegetable shortening. And this is my grandmama's recipe, all right? So it's not the new modern, you know, you want old-fashioned. I'm not giving you old-fashioned grandmama. This is my Mapearl's recipe. That's what I called her. My very first biscuit was my first thing I made was a pound cake, and honey, you talk about it. She said I can put any kind of color, and I just threw every little color, every little swirl. I had all kind of things going on. Like I said, the dogs, the pigs, the chickens, none of them would eat it. My granddaddy said, I'm not eating that. And then I wouldn't eat it either. But basically, my first thing of biscuits was that same year. And they were hard. And then I tried again. Then the next batch, she let me fly. But what she did, she had me watch her. And to teach me how to learn things by sight. And so I tried again, and they were crumbly. So at that time, the third time, she taught me by sight and doing. And that's when I mastered it. And see, this is what you want. You see this? This is how you want your biscuits. You want it crumbly like quicksand. You know, like the sand that the children play in. This is what you're looking for, family. Look at there. This is what you're looking for. See, nieces and nephews? You see this? Okay, now, you're going to best make you a little well, a little hole, like that. And you're going to pour your milk in. All that goodness. Some people drink, what do you call it? Drink buttermilk. You see, I'm going to get all this. And I already got my flour for dust. My flour. Very important. You are using self-rising flour and you need to dust your board. Use self-rising flour to dust your board. If you are using all-purpose flour for something and you need dusting flour, use all-purpose flour for dusting your board. Okay? So, little side note there. Very important. We're going to get this dough together. Get your dough. If your hands are too sticky, all you do is flour them. Put a little flour on them. So you can, that's it. Now you're going to get, you know, that's it. It's normal for your dough, your fingers to start looking like Play-Doh fingers. Okay, I'm going to take this, going to put some flour on my board because I'm getting ready. We're going to turn our dough out. Put that over there. Okay, now I'm going to clean my hands real quick so I can work with my dough better, all right? Because I don't want any of this stuff inside my dough. I'll be right back. Okay, back to my, okay. The hands all nice. Going to flour them some. Get my board. Okay, what I'm doing now is called folding. I'm folding my dough. Getting my dough together by folding it. That makes your biscuits, when you fold them, makes your biscuits fluffy when you fold it. So I'm going to do, I think I just did one. It's one. Make sure you keep your hands floured too. There's one fold, 2, 3 folds. It's 5. Then I'm going to flip it over. Make sure my board stays good. 4, 5. This is my last fold. Okay, now what I'm going to, now it's time for me to roll my dough out. Move these little scrappies out the way. Make sure I don't have any scrappies. No scrappies on my board. And I'm going to roll it out. Get my biscuits together. And use this one. Now you don't want to roll your dough out too thin. That's about a, you know, I don't like thin biscuits, and I don't like them too thick. So this is about a fourth. This is about a fourth or about a half an inch. This is about a half an inch. And so there are 2 types of biscuits cut. If you want really high biscuits, you can use, you know, the higher. This is, if I want a really thick biscuit, I would use this one, but he likes his biscuits just right. So I'm going to dip this in my flour. Got 1 biscuit. Put that in the old pan. Okay, now this little dough right here, it's not going to go to waste now. In fact, I'm just going to take you, put you there. It's not going to waste. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make 2 more biscuits. I'll still make probably 2 more, but they're just going to go by themselves. I'm just waiting on my oven to hit 400. We'll be right back. Okay, I got our biscuits are done. So I'm going to put some butter on top. Melted butter. Yes, smother that butter on there. Don't be stingy now. Now, if you want to. Don't be stingy. Get that butter on there. Smother it. Smother it. That butter on there. Then I flip them. And like I said, this is what I like to do. You can do any way you want to do it. Ooh, hot potato. Smother, don't be stingy. I still have a little bit of that honey butter left over that I made. But no honey butter on no steak biscuit. Okay, now I finished my hubby's breakfast while I was waiting on these to finish. Flip these babies back over. And I'm going to put these in the oven. Yes, this new little stove I have has a warm setting, so I'm really happy about that. So it's on a warm setting. So I'm going to put those on warm and be right back. So guys, went on to fix the hubby's breakfast. So he's got some biscuits, some sausage. He likes his eggs like this. You know, I don't eat eggs. He got his grits, and he likes a nice tall glass of cold milk. So we're getting ready to get started on cooking these steaks. Okay, I got the oil heating up. I got me some flour in a Ziploc bag. Yes, I use a Ziploc bag for all my battering. And I'm going to be using, to season my flour, I'm going to be using some coarse black pepper. Because that country fried steak and gravy, I'm telling you, it make a difference. I'm going to be seasoning it with some coarse black pepper and some salt. Could use seasoned salt, but I'm going to be using just my regular Himalayan salt. That's all I'm doing with that. I'm going to shaky. And I can't stand to touch meat. And instead, I decided to just go ahead and just do six cutlets. And see, like I said, they already had, I think the Sam's, they already pre-pound them. So I don't, like I said, I don't have to beat them. So I'm going to go ahead and just flour these all together while that oil heats, and we'll be back together again. All right, guys, I got my first 3 down. And you don't want to overcrowd your pan because you want it to evenly cook. So I have 3 more, these 3 little ones left. So I'm going to let these fry evenly, nice and crispy and pretty. And you're going to turn down. You don't want to cook them fast because they'll be pretty on the outside and raw on the inside. And we don't want that, do we? We want some nice, good, done country fried steak. We don't want equalized steak. Okay? So I'm going to take this glove off. Auntie needs her hands. All right? Nieces and nephews, my apologies. Now, do you see? Let's see. We got you see this pan so much better. That's a new one. So we're going to see. We're going to flip this baby over. This is not ready. Okay? Because Auntie just put this one down. That's not ready. So, be back in a minute. Now, about the seasonings, I know some of you may be asking, well, she only put salt and black pepper. The reason why, because like I said, this is a old country recipe. The newer generations, you all can add all the garlic and the complete seasonings and all that other fancy smancy stuff. This is a country chuck wagon out in the woods on the farm recipe. Okay, this is this is what grandmama did, and this is the only way I've ever done it. It's just black pepper and some salt for country fried steak and biscuits. Okay, and these are the nephews. Don't pierce your meat with a fork. Don't turn your meat with a fork. Use tongs to turn your meat, because when you do that, see, this is nice. This is nice and done. As you can see, look at this on the inside. See that nice? It's done. No pink. You want to, because when you pierce your meat with a fork, you're letting out the juices. And you don't want to do that. That's why you use tongs when you are piercing. When you are turning your meat, use tongs. Okay? Let me get this a little bit. Use tongs. Don't use forks. Okay, let's get this party started. You see, I got We got our country steak all done. Look at that. Goodness. Okay. Now, I'm going to add, see, I got these drippings. That's goodness right there. Goodness, goodness, goodness. All right, I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of flour. And as I do this, I'm going to be stirring because I'm making a roux. So I'm just going to keep stirring this. That's 3, 4. That's about 5.5 really. And what I'm doing, I'm making a roux. I'm stirring this till it gets nice and consistent. That's all I'm doing. Now you don't want what you're doing is you're stirring this up until you get all these lumps out of here. Okay, so you see, you can use a spatula or you can use a wire whisk. So that's why I left all those drippings. Stirring that, make sure I don't have any lumps. You probably can't stand the sound of that scraping, but sorry. All right, got this. I'm going to add my milk and continue to whisk. Continue to whisk as I stir this milk in here. You keep whisking. You keep whisking. You whisk and you whisk and you whisk. You keep going. You keep whisking. You keep whisking. And turn your heat down. And if you need a little more, if it's too thick, add a little more milk. Ooh. Add a little more milk, and you can thin it out with water. Also, it's too thick, thin it out with some water. See, this is nice. This is thick. Ooh, turn my heat down. Thin mine out with some water. See what I mean? You see? Thinning it out with some water. And I got a mess going. Now, and you know, you can, if you like thick gravy, you don't like this consistency, that is good. But if you like it thin, you can add more water. And what you need to do now, it is time for our black pepper. Once I find it, get it off the rack. This is the magic right here. This is your magic right here. That's your magic. That black pepper. And what you're doing, you're cooking that flour taste out. That's why you continuously keep it on the heat and you stir. You're cooking that flour taste out. You keep cooking. Okay, now that this is all nice and incorporated, I don't need that anymore. I can go ahead and start using my spoon to stir. Because it's on low heat, because I'm continuing to, whatever the word I'm trying to say, continue to cook that out. That country steak gravy. See how creamy that is? Look at that. Creamy, creamy, creamy. Need some salt. Okay, we're going to get us a biscuit now. Turn this off. Make sure I got enough salt in there. So I have to do a little tasty. Oh, country gravy. Yum. Okay. Get a biscuit, because I have a biscuit. Gonna get us a biscuit. Y'all see how soft these biscuits are? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Soft as cotton. We're gonna get us a biscuit. We are going to get a biscuit. Turn that heat off. We are going to, you know what? Well, you know when you're making some good biscuits, when you don't need a knife to cut them open, when you can just see how that biscuit bakes and already has that separation baked into it, when you can just do this and pull that biscuit apart. Look at that. And we're going to take this little piece of steak here. And we're going to get some of this gravy and we're going to spoon this on top of here and not make a mess. Look at that. Look at what I'm doing, family. And we are good to go. And some of you want some extra gravy. You just throw that onto the side of your plate. And so you can have some good sopping. And you know you can top behind it. You can scramble your egg. You can cook you some grits and put this gravy on top of them grits. And if you like a little extra pepper on top, that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Gotta do. All right, look at that. See, that's some good country eating. That is some good country eating. Look at that. See what I'm saying? And you know the thing about cooking ain't hard. It's the way people teach you how to cook. Cooking is not hard. It's the teacher that makes it look hard. You know, that's what makes it look hard. So you know what? Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. I really do. You just don't know how much I appreciate them. You guys, they have been with me, my day ones, day twos, day threes. All of you that have been with me since I started, you know this channel is very therapeutic for me. It's therapy. Really it's therapy for me. It really keeps my mind off of things I have to deal with medically. And I'm not ashamed, yes. Dealing with all that I have to deal with, you know, battling the big D is it's real. Okay, so hold on, my family. Again, it's time to say see you later. Until the next upload, go be you, but be great being you. Hugs and kisses to each of you. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.